What a life. 210 days of school until next vacation. Yeah, this vacation is over like that. You mean like that? Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Did you kids see the new teacher yet? No, I don't want her. Me neither. Me neither too.
Greetings Anonymous, greetings world. It has come to our attention again that there is no law that the cult-owned and operated federal Gulen public charter schools cannot reach. Last week, the families of 40 Minneapolis students with significant special needs received an unwelcome phone call. The promise that their children would be able to return to their North Minneapolis classrooms when school starts in just over a month would be broken. The children, who have disabilities such as autism and Down syndrome that make transitions particularly difficult, will not be welcomed back to the one-year-old public charter Minnesota School of Science, which took over the district's Cityview Elementary School in August 2011. These phone calls were made to avoid putting anything in writing as a tactic to avoid further legal actions. The school clearly stated to families that fear disabled children not to come back to this school at all. The situation calls into question the charter school's commitment and ability to work with all types of students, as well as the level of forethought the district put into its plans to work with Minnesota School of Science. A No Child Left Behind inspired experiment may have left vulnerable North Minneapolis special education students behind. Just 2 months ago, the building occupied by Minnesota School of Science and Cityview Middle School housed 4 federal Setting 3 elementary-level special education classrooms. The federal label means that the students' needs are so significant that at least 60% of their day is spent separated from mainstream peers. 2 of the classrooms served students with autism, 2 served students with developmental cognitive disorders like Down's syndrome. According to Minnesota School of Science board member Gene Skapansky, the board was reluctant to agree to mainstream the students in the first place. "We almost chose not to come to this building because of it," Skapansky told the Twin Cities Daily Planet. It seemed he did not want them in his school at all. The reason for telling these children that they are not welcomed back to their old school is because the Turkish mismanagement company Concept Schools, which manages the Minnesota School of Science, which is also connected to and inspired by cult leader Fethullah Gulen, felt that these students were subpar and then blamed for pulling down the school's frail image and state tests scores. Meanwhile, a months-long state audit of the Cosmos Foundation, which operates the Harmony network of Fethullah Gulen inspired charter schools, found $186,197 in misspent federal grant money intended to improve education for students with disabilities or those from low-income families. Texas Education Agency auditors determined as unallowable 34% of expenses they examined, which is 16.1% of the total expenses associated with the grants, according to the report. The Texas Education Agency audit did not evaluate Harmony's procurement practices or reliance on foreign workers with H-1B visas, sticking instead to the organization's use of federal dollars awarded for 2 grant programs, Title I, Part A, for high-poverty schools, and Idea B, for students with disabilities. In one instance, Title I money was spent at a non-eligible campus. In another instance, the grant money was improperly used to cover payroll costs. Again, the grant money was improperly used to cover payroll costs. The money went into teachers' and administration's bank accounts. The cult-ran charter school had stolen the money away from their children with special needs and disabilities. Reports still continue to pour in from all over the country about how these schools often neglect and reroute funds away from special education classrooms and disadvantaged children programs. We figure why not? The Fethullah Gulen cult movement extorts 40% of their own members' income, so we can only imagine how they really feel about non-members, and like any coward and a thief, this is how they treat the most vulnerable, especially the ones who cannot speak for or defend themselves. How is it even justifiable to steal public funds away from the most innocent of us all? The purest children, the most innocent in all of God's creation, our handicapped children. To Dr. Sonar Tarim, leader of the Gulen Inspired Harmony Schools, and to Salim Ucan of the Gulen Inspired Concepts Schools, your actions of knowing of the thefts and stealing special educational tax dollars with one hand and weeding out the children with disabilities with the other is more than a crime. It beyond any reasonable moral comprehension. Every child, every citizen of the world deserves an education. No child should ever be discriminated based on race, religion, gender, age, sexuality, gender identification, and/or especially physical and mental ability. Your schools have not only demonstrated this for us all to see, you have even stooped so low as to steal money from them. For this you shall know the full wrath of Anonymous. You will soon know what it is like to have your secrets and all communications exposed and revealed for all the world to see. Your servers have now become our servers. Our vessels are now navigating themselves into your ports. You may have already noticed our flags flying high on the horizon. Prepare to be boarded, and we look forward to your involuntary participation aboard the Lulz Cruise. There will be no lifeboats on board this ship. We cannot guarantee your safety. In the event of an emergency, you will be going down with your captains together. All employees, all board members, any and all Gulen-based operators and volunteers of Gulen Inspired Schools, bon voyage. We hope your free trip sailing across the 7 proxies will be a pleasurable one, as we know it will be for us. Thank you for making Lulz Cruise an exceptionable and exciting experience for you all. Any society, any nation, is judged on the basis of how it treats its weakest members, the last, the least, the littlest. We are anonymous. We are legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.